3. Ngayon, ang tatalakayin natin sa video na ito ay limits of piecewise function, infinite limits, limits at infinity, and limit does not exist. F of x is equal to x squared minus 6x if x is greater than 8. X squared minus 4 if x is less than 4. X plus 8 if 8 is less than or equal to x and x is less than to 8. Ngayon, nahanapin natin yung x when x approaches to 4 to the left. Makikita natin kapag sa graph, kunyari andyan yung 4, tapos 4, pag may negative sign dito, to the left yan. Ibig sabihin, pag ganito. Kapag ang 4 mag-approach pag ganito. Ganyan. To the left. Tapos to the right, pag ganyan. Ano ba yung mga less than dito na pwede natin gamitin para i-substitute si 4? X squared minus 6x if x is greater than 8. Greater than 8 ba siya? Hindi. So, hindi siya pwede. X squared minus 4 if x is less than 4. So, ito na siya obviously kasi hindi naman siya pwede mag-less than to 8 at hindi siya pwede mag-equal to 8. So, gagamitin natin ay limit of f of x kapag ito ay sa-substitute na natin siya, direct na natin. 4 squared minus 4. Tapos, ang magiging sagot niya, 4 times 4 equals to 16. 16 minus 4 is equal to 12. Ayun yung magiging value niya kapag x ay nag-approach to the left na 4, magiging 12. Hanapin naman natin yung limit of f of x, 4 to the right. So, hanapin natin siya kung alin yung pwede dito. Obviously, hindi to pwede. Hindi rin to pwede. And ito na yung magiging sunod natin na gagamitin. X plus 8. Substitute. Magiging 4 plus 8. 4 plus 8 is equal to 12. So, nagtay sila and parehas sila na naging sagot. So, hanapin naman natin yung 8 na nasa kabila. Ang next naman natin i-solve ay limit of f of x when x approaches to the 8 to the left. Limits of x when x approaches to 8 to the left. So, ang gagamitin natin ay x plus 8. Substitute. 8 plus 8 is equal to 16. When x approaches to 8 to the left, ang magiging sagot niya is 16. Limits of f of x when x approaches 8 to the right. So, ang gagamitin natin ay x squared minus 6x. Okay, sulat na natin siya dito. Tapos, substitute na natin siya. Minus 6. 8. Tapos, magiging sagot natin dyan ay 8 times 8 is equal to 64. Minus, when 6 minus 8 is equal to 48. 64 minus 48 is equal to 16. Pareha siya ng naging sagot. I-drop natin siya dito. Let's assume na 4, tapos dito 8, 4, 12, and 16. Parabola kasi quadratic ang ginamit natin kanina. Yung x squared, puro may x squared siya. Tapos, siya nag-combine dito sa 4 because limits of 4 ang hinanap natin. Pag hinanap natin limits of 4, magiging x niya ay 4. Tapos 12 na naging sagot kanina. And then, 8 na naging sagot dito kanina, 16. Parabola kasi quadratic equation. Tapos na tayo sa limits of piecewise function. Ngayon naman, proceed tayo sa infinite limits. Meron tayo ditong problem na limits of x cubed over x minus 3 squared. When x approaches 3 to the left. Pag minus sign siya, it is left. At kapag positive sign naman siya, it is right. Bago tayo mag-proceed dyan, meron tayong 5 steps kapag sa infinite limits. First one is get the numerator. So, kailangan natin kunin yung numerator. Ang numerator natin ay x cubed. Next naman natin ay identify where x approaches 2. Ito ang x approaches 3 to the left. Disregarding the sign of the top of the number. So, disregard daw natin yan and papalitan natin ng equal sign. So, x is equal to 3. Step 3 naman natin ay substitute the result in step 2 to step 1. So, ang gagawin naman natin next ay substitute natin. So, magiging 3 cubed. At 3 cubed. 3 times 3 times 3 is equal to 27. Next naman natin ay step 4. Identify at least 3 numbers to the right or to the left of x. Bago yan, i-graph muna natin. Expect natin na kunyari dito si 0. Baka kunyari, for positive sign na tayo. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ano ba yung mga sign na pa-left? So, ang left natin ay pa ganito. Ito si 3. Ito si 3. Mga left side, ito, mga nandito. 2, 1, 0. So, kuha tayo ng tatlo. So, ang kukunin natin ay si 2, 1, and 0. Step 5 naman tayo. Get the denominator, substitute the values in step 4 in the denominator. So, step 5, kunin daw natin sa denominator, x minus 3 squared. Substitute natin yung mga kinuha natin sa step 4. So, x minus 3 squared. Substitute na pala. 2 minus 3 squared is equal to positive 1. Next naman natin, so 1. 1 minus 3 squared. Isagot natin ay positive 4. Next naman natin ay si 0. 0 minus 3 squared. Magigisagot natin ay si 9. Since lahat ng mga positive, lahat ng mga sagot natin dito ay positive, magiging denominator natin ay positive infinite. Next naman natin ay kukunin natin yung kinuha natin 27 na si denominator. Ay si numerator. Siya na ang magiging numerator natin. (27) times over positive infinite is equal to positive infinite. Ay, magiging sagot. Positive infinite. Tapos na tayo sa unang problem natin. Ngayon naman nagagawin natin ay pangalawang problem. Meron tayong given na limits of x minus 2 over x squared minus 3x plus 2, where x approaches 2 to the right. That's great. Next naman natin ay gagawin natin ang step 5, ang steps 5 natin na step 1 ay get the numerator, x minus 2. Step 2, identify where x approaches to disregarding the sign of the top of the number. Ganun ulit yung mga ginawa natin kanina. X is equal to 2. Number 3, substitute. Natin siya. 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Tapos 4, kung kanina, left side, puro mga nasa left yun. Tapos ngayon, kunin natin yung mga right. Ganon. Mga right natin. Kuha tayo. 3 numbers lang. 3 numbers only. 4 and 5. My God. Next natin ay substitute na natin si step 5. So, kunin natin denominator. X squared minus 3x plus 2. Substitute natin. 3 squared minus 3 plus 2 is equal to 9 minus 9 plus 2. Magiging sagot natin ay positive 2. Next naman, 4 squared minus 3 times 4 plus 2. Sagot natin is 16 minus 12 plus 2. And, magiging sagot natin ay positive 2. 16 minus 12 is 4. 4 minus 2 is equals to 2. Next naman natin ay 5, which is 5 squared minus 3 times 5 plus 2. Nagiging 25 minus 15 plus 2. Magiging answer natin is 12. Since puro positive ang mga nasa naging sagot natin dito, magiging denominator natin ay positive infinite. Kunin natin si numerator. 0 divided positive infinite is equal to positive infinite. Sagot natin sa problem number 2 ay positive infinite. So tayo sa problem number 2 natin. Let's proceed to problem number 3. Wherein, limits of x squared minus 4 over x minus 2 when x approaches 2 to the right. Gagamitin pa rin natin yung 5 steps natin. Kunin natin si numerator. X squared minus 4. Number 2. Disregarding natin to si x magiging 2. Step 3 ay pag-substitute natin sa step 1, which is magiging 2 squared minus 4. Magiging sagot natin dyan ay 0. Kasi 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. Step 4, kuha tayo ng mga tatlong numbers to the right. Okay, nasan ba yung right natin pag ganito? 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3, 4, and 5. And next, step 5 natin is substitute. Substitute natin yung denominator natin sa mga nakuha nating numbers, which is magiging x minus 2. Substitute natin sa 3. 3 minus 2 is equal to positive 1. 4 minus 2 is equal to positive 2. 5 minus 2 is equal to positive 3. Puro positive ang denominator natin. We conclude na positive ang magiging infinity. So, kunin natin ulit si numerator na which is 0. Ang magiging sagot natin ay positive infinity. Kasi 0 divided by positive infinity is equal to positive infinite. Let's move on to our last example for infinite limits. So, ang gagawin natin ay pagsagot sa problem. Limits of x plus 2 squared over 2 minus x, wherein x approaches 2 to the right. Positive sign is equal to right. Negative sign is equal to left. So, gagamitin pa rin natin yung 5 steps. Step 1, get the numerator. Step 2, disregard natin yung sign. Magiging x is equal to 2. Step 3, substitute 2 plus 1 squared is equal to 9. Why? 3 squared is equal to 9. Step 4, pagkuha natin ng 3 numbers. 2 to the right. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4, and 5. Step 5, substitute natin yung denominator sa nakuha natin 3 numbers. 2 minus x. Pag 3 ginamit natin, 2 minus 3 is equal to negative 1. Pag 4 ang ginamit natin ay 2 minus negative 4, minus 4 is equal to negative 2. 2 minus 5 is equal to negative 3. Nakita natin na puro negative sign yung naging sagot natin sa denominator. So, we conclude na negative infinite is equal to 9. 9 over negative infinite is equal to negative infinite because positive times negative is negative. Tapos na tayo sa piecewise function, limits of piecewise function, infinite limits. Let's move on to our limit at infinity. We have here the given of limit x squared minus 4x raised to the 4th power minus x over 2 plus x squared plus 3x raised to the 4th power, wherein x when approaches negative infinity. We have here the polynomial function. So, first kukunin natin yung leading coefficient. Ang leading coefficient natin yung may pinakamataas na exponent. So, in the numerator, we have 4x raised to the 4th power, and the denominator, we have 3x raised to the 4th power. Ika-cancel na natin tong mga to dahil hindi naman sila yung may leading coefficient. Nakita natin na parehas yung exponent nila. So, ang gagawin na lang natin ay kukunin natin yung number. It is negative 4 over 3. Ito yung magiging sagot natin at limit at infinity. Next naman natin ay limit of x when x approaches negative infinity. 4x squared minus 7x raised to the 7th power minus x over 2x minus 1. So, gaya ng kanina, kukunin natin yung leading coefficient, which is negative 7x raised to the 7th power. And sa baba naman, sa denominator ay 2x. Ang next natin na gagawin ay when limit of x approaches negative infinity. So, ayun na, ika-cancel na natin to kasi hindi naman sila may mataas na exponent. So, negative 7x raised to the 7th power over 2x. So, ang gagawin natin ay ika-cancel natin yung sa x niya is magiging negative 7 over x raised to the 6th power over 2. Dahil wala na siyang. Tapos, ang gagawin natin ay even number yung exponent niya. So, ang even number natin ay magiging positive infinity. But, we have here the negative sign. So, magiging negative infinity. Ayun yung magiging sagot natin. Tapos na tayo sa limits of piecewise function, limit at infinity, and infinite limits. Let's move on to instances of DNE, wherein does not exist. Example number 1, limit of 6 over x. Pag sinubstitute natin si x, kasi nga pag x approaches to 0, magiging 6 over 0. Pag denominator natin ay 0, magiging DNE na yan. Does not exist. Kasi kapag ginrap natin siya, ito si 0, hindi magtatagpo yung dalawang line. And next natin ay limit of x squared minus 3, wherein x when x approaches to negative 3. X squared minus 3 over x plus 3 squared is equal to limit of x when approaches to negative 3. Idadalawa natin siya, may i-substitute, expand. Magiging x minus plus 3 and x minus 3 over x plus 3 squared. Expand pa rin natin siya, but hindi na siya kaya. So, pwede natin siyang hindi expand na. So, magiging, kaka-cancel out natin to. Magiging negative na lang matitira din sa baba and yung sa taas. And next, x minus 3 over x plus 3. When substitute, negative 3 minus 3 and negative 3 plus 3. Dito, magiging sagot natin ay negative 6. Why? Kasi negative plus negative is equal to negative. Tapos, negative 3 minus negative 3 plus negative 3 is negative 6. So, negative 3 plus negative 3 is equal to 0 because hindi pwedeng ipagsama ang dalawang sign na hindi magkatulad. Dahil 0 ang denominator natin, katulad din sa number 1, does not exist. Once na ang kinalabasan ng limits ay hindi parehas, ang naging approach niya, kunyari x approaches to 4 to the left and x approaches to 4 to the right, and hindi parehas na naging sagot nila, does not exist ang magiging sagot nila.